Who would have thought we'd have snow in September? You know, I almost didn't find the snow shovel. Somebody tucked it away behind the boys' bikes. Anyway, I got the front path cleared away. I sure hope this weather doesn't last too long. It's kind of freaky. Downright demoralizing, too, especially with that heat wave we had last week. Ann, is the coffee ready? Ann?
What'd you say?
I was wondering if the coffee was on. Ann, are you all right? Look, if you're worried about Jeremy, I'm sure all he has is a cold. This is something more than Jeremy, isn't it? Well, look at me, Ann. Oh, Ann. Ann.
Will you promise not to tell Audrey?
What's wrong?
You promise? I don't even want to burden you.
Come on now. Okay, I promise. Now, what is it?
I had a visitor here yesterday, and she scared me half to death with her accusations.
Her accusations?
Well, the visitor was none other than Heather. A little more coffee, Stan?
Yeah.
There we go. This snowstorm's been really hard on you guys, hasn't it?
Yeah, right in the old pocketbook. You sure won't be moving any ships today.
I hope it's not the start of an early winter.
Oh, don't even talk that way, Heather. If this winter is early, tankers won't even lay over in here to refuel. Man, the whole economy will be shot.
Be glad you got an indoor job, lady.
I am, believe me. Today, I'm glad I have a job at all.
Morning, Heather. Hi, guys.
Morning.
How you doing?
Wow. Pretty crowded for being so early.
I think it must be the weather.
Yeah, thought it might be my food.
Rose.
What about my order?
Oh, I'll get it right away.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you keeping me on here after the way I acted.
I think you deserved a break.
But I panicked. You know, the way Captain Ramsey came after me, I got scared and I ran. But it won't happen again.
But it doesn't seem like Bert's gonna give up.
He still thinks I killed Diana, even though they don't have the murder weapon. But no matter how much Captain Ramsey badgers me, he can't hold me without that weapon.
Hey, over here.
Oh, I'll get
sorry,
it. I'll get
Dave.
it. I'll get it. I just want to tell you, thanks again for having faith in me. Maybe when Jeff hears I've been cleared of the charges, maybe he'll want me to join him in our cell.
Hello? Jeff, I was beginning to think you had dropped off the face of the earth. Hi. Yeah, well, I'm sure it's been very hectic for you. Yeah, but, you know, we all worry about you. Yeah, well, Ann's especially lonely these days. Jeff, your letters have been very few and far between from what I hear. I think you should call her. What do you mean you can't? Oh, no, Jeff, what did you just say? Look, someone's at the door. Don't go away, I want to talk to you. Coming, hold on. Yeah.
Hi. I caught you at a bad time.
Yeah, I guess so, Jess. Please come on in.
What's the matter? Something wrong?
Well, I guess that depends upon how you look at it. He's in the middle of telling me about his new life and the new woman that is in his life in Carson City.
Ann, I wish you had told me about this yesterday.
Oh, Steve, it's my problem, huh?
Oh, no. Any concern you have is a family problem.
You know, I'm worried about Jeremy.
Does he know about Heather's visit?
He was here.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He was upstairs when she came by. Apparently we got a little hysterical down here, so he came down to see what was wrong, and I'm sure he's very upset by it.
Yeah. Tell me all about it, huh?
Heather came by to get Jeff's address. She wanted to write him and tell him that she has been cleared of murder.
I see.
Of course, I didn't give it to her. But, Steve, you wouldn't believe the accusation she made.
Well, she didn't accuse you of stealing Jeff away from her, did she?
Nothing that simple, no. No. No, she said that one day all of Park Charles is going to know that I'm the one that murdered Diana. Me. That's what she said.
You?
Yeah. She said it right in here in front of Jeremy.
How could she possibly make such a statement?
She's out to get me, Steve. Emotionally and mentally.
I won't let her intimidate you this way.
How do you plan to stop her?
Well, legally, I'm still her father-in-law. We don't have much of a rapport, but I'll certainly make a point of talking to her about it. As Jeff's father, I might have some influence with her.
I thank you very much for your concern, but Steve, you know as well as I do, if she wants something, she gets it. And you know it.
She'll never get Jeff.
He left poor Charles and me because of her. Because he didn't want her near their son.
And he didn't leave you, not really.
I just wish I was here with him now.
I'm sure he feels the same way. He wishes the same thing with all his heart.
You think so? You really do?
Of course. How could you possibly doubt that?
I haven't heard from him in quite some time now.
Well, I'm sure he's awfully busy, what with his son and his new job.
Yeah, and I'm sure he doesn't want a hysterical woman crowding him.
You've been more tolerant than most women would be.
Have been. Past tense.
What's that supposed to mean?
After Heather left, I did something quite on impulse, Steve. I sat down and wrote a letter to Jeff myself. I told him that Heather wants a divorce. And I also said that I demanded to be with him, and I want to be with him right now. Can you believe I did that?
I see.
Steve, I am just so miserable without him. I feel like I'm just hanging here in limbo. And he probably doesn't want to be crowded, and that's probably what I'm doing to him now, too.
And listen to me. I know my son. I'm sure he's every bit as lonely as you are. And he wants this whole thing settled so that the two of you can be married. And I'm equally sure that he's going to be very pleased when he gets that letter of yours. You'll see.
Jeff, frankly, I don't know exactly what to say. Well, sure, yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, but Jeff, you can't expect me to say, good luck, don't worry about a thing. I mean, Ann's going to take it like a trooper. Yeah, I know that. Jeff, you can't keep her on a string. Keep me posted, all right? Yeah, I'll see what Steve has to say about it. Brother, would you get your situation straight? All right?
I can't believe it. I feel like I'm just stunned. I can't believe he's found somebody else.
Well, he is at least seeing somebody else. Let's put it that way, okay?
In other words, sleeping with somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
Boy, I just thought his love for Anne was made in heaven.
Leslie, that is the problem. He found out that it's made here. He needs a woman who cares about him and who wants to go to bed with him.
Rick.
Yeah.
Anne had certain principles which did not allow her to sleep with him before marriage. That had nothing to do with her not caring enough for him, and you know that perfectly well.
Look, Jeff is a red-blooded, healthy, young adult.
So, he's dumping in.
He didn't say that.
He's having a fling?
He didn't say that either. I think he's very confused. He seems frustrated. Leslie, he's out there in Nevada. He's alone. He has no family. Oh, he's got his 4-year-old son that he is bringing up by himself. He's lonely. And it's been a long time since he's had a woman.
There was Diana.
The life of a celibate is not the way to go, Leslie. Let me tell you. Why are you here so early this morning?
Well, we had such a lovely time at dinner last night. I thought I would come over and surprise you and say thank you and invite you to have breakfast with me.
Oh, that's very civilized. That is really civilized. I mean, I go to your place for dinner and we say good night, have a nice evening, and then you come over here for breakfast and we say hi, hello, how are you?
And all this anger is not directed at Jeff. It's not because of Jeff. It's not about Jeff's lifestyle. It's about your lifestyle.
Yes, Doctor, you are right. Leslie, this is not the way either one of us should be living.
Hey, Hal, how's it going this morning, or shouldn't I ask?
You must be frozen clear through.
Don't remind me, please.
Oh, okay, thanks. Stay dry. Hey, Heather, you got a letter.
Really?
Yeah?
It's from Jeff.
Really?
I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Maybe he wants me to join him in our son.
I'm just so pleased that you're having such a nice rest, Dad.
Well, if you think I'm having a nice rest, Alan, you haven't been listening to me.
What's the matter, Dad? Aren't the nurses pretty enough for you this time?
Don't be insolent, Alan.
You're just bored and you know it.
Well, that's exactly why I should be released today.
Look, just think of it as a little vacation and stop complaining. Monica and I will be in to see you later, okay?
We'll smuggle in something edible.
Okay, bye.
How is he?
Eating every minute of it. Has he been told the results of his stress test yet?
No, he hasn't. Rick thought it better not really to say anything to him. His blood pressure is high enough as it is.
I'm surprised he didn't demand to know.
Well, Rick made it very clear what he should do, and Edward kind of took him up on it, which is fortunate. I agree with Rick. Excuse me, maybe we should have consulted you.
No, I think you're both right.
Well, then what, may I ask, is the problem? Why are you so upset? Is it personal?
I'm not upset. I don't have any personal problems, Monica. I just happen to be concerned about my father, that's all.
Oh, that's what I understand. The Quartermaine family.
Monica, fathers and sons have a very special kind of bond between them. My father and I have that bond as well. And it upsets me a lot when I see him slowing up the way that he is slowing up. Because for some strange reason, I always thought that my father and my mother were going to live forever.
Yes, the immortality of the Quartermaines.
We're too wicked to die young, Monica.
Yes, just my luck.
Exactly. And I don't intend to accommodate you with an early demise, Monica. But if I did, what kind of life would you have? No Alan? No Rick?
Would you like me to pour the tea?
I beg your pardon, I can handle this, thank you.
As long as you don't throw it at me.
Oh, please, you'll have to forgive my terrible temper, okay?
Well, it's a side of you that I haven't seen too much lately. Certainly not directed at me.
Leslie, I'm sorry. Jeff's call really upset me.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think we're both a tad uptight because of Laura.
And the miserable weather.
Mm-hmm. Right. Drink your tea.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to worry about me, you know. I'll carry on looking for the Cassidines even if you're not able to get there.
Leslie, I'm going to join you the first second I can. And no broken promises. I don't want to mean to say it again, but I'm going to.
I said only
Mm.
that I would try very hard not to do anything dangerous until you get there.
You know, maybe my being here, tied up for a couple of days, is all in the best.
Because of Jeff, you mean?
Yes, it's going to be very awkward facing Ann. Now, I know what happened between Heather and Ann as well.
Did he ask you to talk to Heather?
Oh, no. That is something that you don't do third party.
No, but I heard you say you were going to talk to Steve.
Well, I told him. Told Jeff I had to, and he agreed.
In case the bomb drops.
If my brother decides to end it with Ann, he had better get back here and do it face to face.
You don't think he will?
No, and I don't think you think he would either.
Well, I suppose he wouldn't really want to take the chance of coming into contact with Heather. He's tried so hard to keep the kid away from her.
Well, he has got to surface sometime if he wants the divorce. He's got to show up.
She is gonna put up one big fight for that child, you know, Rick.
It's going to be some fight. I mean, Heather's not going to back out of this like Ann might. Just very glad that I'm not in my brother's shoes right now.
Rose, I saw the postmark, and I guess I got the wrong idea. Jeff's in Carson City, Nevada. I figured he wanted me to join him, but I'm afraid that's not the case. He's filing for divorce, and he wants sole custody of our son.
Oh, Heather.
He's doing me on the grounds that I'm an unfit mother.
Are you gonna fight him on this?
Oh, I don't know how I can. I mean, Captain Ramsey is determined to prove I killed Diana Taylor. Oh, with that hanging over my head, how could I possibly win our son? I'm gonna go make some coffee.
Thanks. You sure you're all right now?
Yeah, I have felt better before, but I'll be fine.
Morning, guys.
Well, good morning yourself.
Looks like everyone's ready for breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for your famous home cooking all the time. You know that.
I know you are. Jeremy, how about you? You hungry?
Not really.
Not really.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm just fine.
That's good.
Yeah. Let me feel your forehead. Come here. Oh, you still have a fever. Yeah, maybe I should stay home. What do you think?
Now, listen, it's my day off. I can handle the monster.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you can handle it?
Of course I'm sure.
What do you say, sport, huh?
If you really want to, Mom.
Yeah. First, I want you to follow orders, though. You should go upstairs to bed after you finish a nice tall glass of orange juice, okay?
And I'll get you something to eat later.
Okay.
Great. Go get the juice.
Okay. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
I haven't seen him so subdued in a long time.
Oh, he's...
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm sure he's just, upset because he's sick and everything.
Are you sure there isn't something more?
I'm sure he's fine. Would you please tell your wife that everything's fine, Steve?
You told her. That should be enough.
Right.
Well, I'm not sure it is. Hey, have you been crying?
I'm just tired, that's all. I didn't sleep very well last night. I'm just tired. I gotta get ready for work, so excuse me, please. Thank you.
Steve, will you please tell me the truth?
I'd rather that she told you herself in her own time. Excuse me. Hello?
Steve, Bert Ramsey here.
Yes, Bert. What can I do for you?
Well, it's about Hutch. We're going to transfer him back to state prison tonight, 7 p.m.
Come in.
Well, good morning.
How are you?
Okay. Hope I'm not stopping by too early.
Well, no, as you can see, I'm not sleeping late too much lately. How about yourself? It's kind of early for doctors to be up, isn't it, in this kind of weather?
Well, knowing how patients react in this kind of weather, I thought I'd better get here as soon as I could.
Yeah, well, you mean, I'm not the only one who's restless? Is that what you mean?
No, you are very typical.
Ah, well, shucks, I always wanted to be different.
Oh, sorry about that, but depression seems to run rampant on days like this. So I just thought I'd come by, try and cheer you up.
Well, I appreciate that. I could use it. So listen, if the weather affects patients this way, how about doctors?
Well, I have to admit, I was a little stir-crazy myself this morning. It's not too much fun to be at home these days when your husband's out of town.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's it like to live a normal life? To be married to someone you're crazy about?
Well, when you're with that person, it's just wonderful. And when you're apart, it's just awful. Do you mind if we change the subject? Okay. Hello.
Gail, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Well, this is Steve. I was hoping you'd answer, but I don't want Hutch to know that I'm calling.
All right. Believe it or not, it's for me. Yes, Doctor.
I just had a call from Ramsey. They're going to move Hutch back to prison tonight. But I'd rather Hutch didn't know about it until later.
Well, how can I help?
Well, see if you can get his things packed without arousing his suspicions. It's best that only we know about this for his own safety.
All right, I understand. I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Well, like I said, things start early on a day like this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the minute you walk in the door, the patients just seem to sense you're here.
Well, listen, if you have to go, I understand. It's all right.
Well, I don't have to go for a few minutes yet. We may be a little short of personnel today, however.
Doctors and nurses get hung up by the weather, too, huh?
Sure. Doctors and nurses and technicians and nurses' aides and... Well, which reminds me, look, Hutch, as long as I have a few minutes, maybe I could help you organize a few things, get packed. Well, just in case that call should come through about your transferring out of here. What do you think?
I think that call has come through, hasn't it?
Well, I'm not being a very good host myself. I'm sorry you wanted to have breakfast, and I haven't quite done that. What can I get for you?
Tea is fine.
Glad you came by.
So am I.
I was really afraid that I might not get to see you before you left.
We work in the same hospital.
Oh, yes, we have worked there for some time, but I think we've spent the better part of this last year not seeing each other in the same hospital.
That's because we were avoiding each other.
Well, I'm glad that part of it is over.
And hopefully forgotten. I hope this snow is not going to delay my plane.
Are you all packed? Can I
did it
help with
last
you?
night. Do you want to talk about it?
For what?
Your lifestyle. I know celibacy isn't just a whole lot of fun, but I think you're angry about it.
You amaze me.
I want to talk about this, Rick.
That's exactly why you amaze me.
Because I think you're angry at me. Because I think you blame me because I say I am not ready to get back into bed with you.
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to.
All right, Leslie, I guess I am mad. If I want a woman, I can go out, I can find one. That's not a problem. I don't want a woman. I want you. Do you think I'm always hanging around because of Laura and only because of Laura? No. I want you.
We've come a long way.
But not quite far enough, have we?
Not me. I do need more time.
Leslie, I am sure that you are aware that I want you.
I know that you want somebody to hold.
Leslie, do you think...
Rick, I know what it's like to be alone and lonely. Now, it may be lousy for you out there. It is not exactly peachy hunky-dory for me either. I hate going home to an empty house. I hate going home to an empty bedroom. But I know that the worst thing for us with the love that we have for each other would be to go back together again now because we each want a bed partner.
Do you think that that's what it would be?
I would be very afraid to take that chance.
No. Well, I guess I wouldn't be able to talk you into going into the hospital late this morning, would I?
I have an early call. I should have left minutes ago.
Well, I am not chasing you off.
Not in the least.
Leslie, I'm sorry. I'm very frustrated.
Tell me about it.
Well, may I help you with your coat? I don't think that's going to intrude too much on your independence, is it?
I may be
Please.
independent. I'm not a fanatic about it.
Not a fanatic. And I don't know if I like all of this independence. I like a lot of it, yes, but I don't know about all.
Well, like it or not, I don't guess you have much to say about it, do you?